there was something you said on the show the last time. You said that every time you were actually a part of a battle scenario, you knew before the battle happened that today something will happen.
Yeah, that happened over a period of time. That's where the sixth sense thing is coming from.
So you developed your intuition over the course of your military career?
I didn't develop it. I had no idea that something like this exists. I had no opinions about sixth sense or even inkling that something like I had heard about it, I'd read about it, or whatever ki hota hai. People have experiences. They can predict something before it happens and things like that. There are many saints who do that, right?
Small question before.
Please.
Within battle scenarios, before moves happened from the enemy side, were you able to predict the enemy's move?
So I'll answer it very simply. It's not about the enemy or about you or whatever. It is about knowing that something is going to happen. You just know it. And it happens over a period of time. Slowly, that instinct starts getting developed. It's like a new neural network forming, which creates a certain dimension where now you in material form can experience something that hasn't happened. It hasn't happened only.
Break down this. Like you could see it?
Earlier, so again, like I said, I started realizing this after a long period of time, that I'm consciously like somewhere what is happening and what I am is a connect. That's how I know about it. It hasn't happened only. How do you know about it? So over a period of time, because like I said, you have to surrender to go in. You have to give up all idea of past and future, of life and death, and of love and all the various things that you're carrying in your brain. You have to let go of all of that and completely focus and go in. So when you go into that space is where, you know, the spiritual realm, or I don't know, there's no other way to describe it. But when you go into that space where your aapki na bahut sari indriyan khul jati hain basically. So you become aware. So when you become aware, and that's when then these kind of things start pouring into your consciousness. It happens over a period of time. You start realizing it after a long time. For some people, probably depending on how open they are. For some people, it can happen in the first go itself. For some people, it may happen after many years in combat. And for some people, it may never happen. I know a lot of people have been in combat over a long period of time, but they've never been able to, the sixth sense hasn't opened up. So to be specific, earlier I could feel it, right? Ki something is going to happen, but I couldn't say what's going to happen. And then a little later, as time and as experience kept expanding, at some point I could just get up after a couple of days of, you know, sitting in a mountain, in a forest somewhere, and just get up and hone wala hai, like that. 5-6 hours before.
5-6 hours before?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not even in the vicinity of the enemy at that point.
Yeah.
But you just knew 5-6 hours before that the information would just come to your mind.
Yeah, you just get it.